Hello everybody, since we're really getting back into things, I thought it'd be really cool if we took a step back and did some weird ranking videos. So that's what I'm doing today, ranking the first 151 Pokemon. You're gonna hate me probably a lot for this, but I'm just gonna speak some facts in my mind, which are factual. In tiers, we're gonna have F tier, we're gonna have D, C, B, A, and S tier for the absolute best. If you guys want to see more videos like this, leave a like, subscribe if you're freaking new. Let's get started with number one, Bulbasaur. So good. The first three gens I think are amazing. I think they're very simple to the point, and so I love 151 a lot. I love first gen a lot, so I'm gonna like a lot of these. I think this is A tier. Next up, we got Ivysaur, which is just like Bulbasaur, but just meaner. I think a lot of evolutions later on in Pokemon get really annoying and just too detailed. I think this is cool because you're seeing the blossom from Bulbasaur's back, which I think is very cool. I'm still gonna say Ivysaur is a B because mid evolutions like really aren't that cool. But of course, then we finally have Venusaur, which is just freaking sick. I know it looks like a frog and it's a little schmuggly, but it's still so iconic, so good, and I'll give it an A. Charmander is just such a sick design. It's so good. I'm definitely gonna get it A. I think I want to try to be lenient on the S's, so I think this is a pretty high A, almost S. Charmeleon to me is actually one of those like mid evolutions that kind of get better. He's more aggressive. He's like growing in the anime. He's a little bit different color. He looks bigger. He looks taller. He looks better than the very simple original one. So I think this evolution actually does get better, even though it's a mid evolution. So I'm gonna still give him an A, which I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of mid evolutions A's. Charizard is like complete bias. It's S. I know it's overrated as heck, but I still overall think it's a just such a great design and such a great character. It's so good. I have to give it an S. Mr. Squirtle. I love the cool Squirtle meme gang. They're awesome. They're great. I think I would have to say he's probably my favorite out of the original starters. Just a really good design. I love the colors on him. It's just a simple turtle. It's really good. I'm going to give it an A. I think Wartortle is another one of those evolutions that are somewhat better than a lot of other mid evolutions, second evolutions. So I think I'm still going to give it a B, but it's like a high B because the whole character is basically Squirtle, except for the tail, the little fangs, and then the ears. That's all it is. If you took away those things, it looks exactly like a Squirtle, like exactly like it. There's really no change in height, weight, like whatever. Blastoise is really sick. I love the barrels that they put on his back. It's just a very cool design. It's also kind of weird to me that they put those in because you would think like war and like the blasters, the way Pokemon is like family friendly, to me it's kind of weird that they leave these in, but I mean obviously they shoot water, so it makes sense. I'm gonna give it an A, although I think he's a really high A and he's almost S. Caterpie just looks like a bot. It's cute. I think I'm gonna say C because I don't care. Metapod in the anime has funny scene. He's funny little green dude who's just really annoying. He's very annoying in the games just because of Harden. I think I'm gonna give him a C. Yeah, design meh. Butterfree, I've always been confused like why Butterfree was not the evolution of Venonat. I'm gonna say it's a high B. I think the shiny version, the like girl version of Butterfree is way more better looking, and I love the color scheme, and that one I think I would give an A. For Butterfree, I think I'm gonna give a B. Weedle Schmeedle, it just looks like a worm. I think I have to give it a freaking C because it's just annoying, a thingy, and I don't like that. The colors are just, it's just a worm. That's all it is. It's C. Kakuna is cooler. It's the hardened shell, the colors, and what it evolves to and what it evolves from makes sense. So weird to say that this is a B, even though it's a freaking cocoon. It's just, it doesn't do anything, but I think it is the step into like what this evolution scale should have been. So yeah, I think B's fine. Beedrill's a sick design. I love the way Beedrill looks. I think to make a bee wasp looking character could have gone like a million different ways, and I think you could have made him super gross and disgusting, but he looks terrifying, and I think I'll give him a B, although it's a high B. I almost want to say A, but it's B. Pidgey is a man for me, although I love them. Super common in the games. Just a freaking bird, dude. Look at those feet. I give him a C. Pidgeotto, I like the colors, which I like it more, honestly, than Pidgeot more. I would probably give Pidgeotto like a B. And Pidgeot, they just took like the tail of Pidgeotto and just put it on his head and then gave him like regular looking tail for the bottom. I think he's a lower B. I would almost say a C. I'm gonna give him a B because he's at least cooler. Rattata's a freaking rat. It's D. Raticate's still meh. I don't like any of the rat looking Pokemon, to be honest. I've never really been a big fan. I think Raticate looks better, obviously just because the evolution, but I'll give it a C. It's a low C, almost D. Spearow, just another bird in my opinion. It's just annoying. I hated him in the games, even in the show. He almost killed freaking Ash and Pikachu. Frick this bird. It's an F. Spearow, yeah, I mean, it's big beak, big wings, big a lot of stuff. I don't really like the design that much. I think a lot of the birds in Pokemon, a lot of them look better. I just really don't like that feet design either. I think there's a lot of other feet that look good. Don't take that out of context. I'm gonna say D. I don't like Fearow. Ekans, freaking snake backwards. I mean, I think it's so close to a snake. I kind of like the color scheme a little bit. I hated him because of Team Rocket. I want to say almost it's D. Arbok is cooler. I love Arbok's face. I love the torso, the color scheme that we have going on. He looks very evil. The sound effects he makes in the anime are pretty cool too. I think I'll give him a B. It's the step into the right direction of what I think a snake should be looking like menacing wise. It's good. Pikachu, just the face of everything. It's absolute F. No, I love Pikachu. It's great. I want fat Pikachu, like uber fat. So fat. You gotta give Pikachu an S. You have to. Raichu for me is a C. I think I'm almost glad that Raichu sucks because I think if you make a really cool evolution out of Pikachu, I think it kind of diminishes Pikachu for how cool Pikachu is. There are so many mouse-looking Pokemon that look so similar to Pikachu, literally all just Pikachu variants, and this is just one that I think that so many of them are just in the C class area. Sandshrew, this little nutball has been growing on me recently. I kind of like him, but I don't care too much from him. I think his design's kind of cool. It gives me very Egyptian vibes and sand. And B. Sandslash is cooler. It just looks more aggressive. It's a cool evolution. It looks like a porcupine, but it's like more evil. I kind of wish it was different colors. I think a lot of people would like him more if he was different colors. Still not bad. I'll give him a B. I don't think it's an A quite yet. Nidoran, I'm gonna be honest, besides Nidoqueen and Nidoking, I like really don't care. D. Nidorina, it gets a little better, so I'll say C. Nidoqueen, good. It's better. It's just I don't think it's A, so I'm gonna give B. I think the design is pretty cool, although I think Nidoking, the colors that he has and how crazier he looks, we'll get to that. Nidoran, I think, is a little bit better than the other, but to me it still looks like a mouse, so I'm still giving it a D. Nidorino is another one of those just mid evolutions that I just don't care for. I'm even though it's better, I'm gonna give it a D. And Nidoking, bro, it's freaking Nidoking. Okay, I'm gonna say this is A. I think this is a really good color scheme for this type of character. He's just sick. He's awesome. I'm giving it an A. Clefairy is freaking mad cute. I love this type of design. I think I'm gonna give it a B. I want to say it's close to an A, but I don't think it's quite there. It's a cool design. Clefable, I'm honestly not a big fan. I really don't like Clefable. I'm gonna say C. I just think to me, it looks like such a lazy design. I never really liked it. Vulpix is mad cute. In my opinion, one of the best evolutions that it also has. Vulpix is really cool. I love him in the anime as well with Brock. He's mad cute. He's a freaking little puppy. He's got curly little hair. He actually looks like a little bit like my dog Ash. It's cute. I think Vulpix is an A. And then we get into Ninetales. Ninetales is just so sick. It's just the name, the swagger. It's so nice. It's such a cool character. I'm giving Ninetales an S. It's beyond sick. Jigglypuff is so iconic. I'm just giving it an S. Just insanely iconic. So many games I was also playing. In other games as well. I loved playing her with Smash at the same time. The singing in the anime was so funny. Just overall, just such a freaking great character. Wigglytuff did not care. I love Jigglypuff. I don't think this one needed an evolution at all. I'm gonna say C. I would almost want to say D, but I'll give a C because it's still Jigglypuff at heart. Zubat, it's a freaking bat. It's annoying, kind of cool in the show a little bit at times. It's so common. I hated running into it in the games. I'm gonna give it a C. I just don't like it. Golbat, I don't think is any better. I'm gonna say D. I don't like Golbat either. I just don't like the bats. They don't look cool. Oddish, freaking oddball. It's like just a little plump seed. I don't care. I hate its smile. I'm giving you a D. Gloom, the evolution, again, I just don't care for this evolution. I'm gonna give it a D as well. It's just, look at him drooling with that. Disgusting. Vileplume, I almost feel like this evolution chain is like what Bulbasaur's like terrible version of evolution was, because it's got like almost the same top as like Venusaur does with the final evolution, and it's just like I don't like it. I'm gonna say D as well. Paris, I don't care. Anime was annoying. The little shrooms on the other sides of the head. He's so high that his eyes are that open because he's been smoking shrooms all day. I'm gonna say D again. Dude, there's so many D's. Parasect, I don't like the insects. I'm not a big fan. I know creator of Pokemon was big into insects, but I just don't like a lot of the insect designs. I'm gonna say D still. I don't like it. It's just like a crab mushroom. Venonat, I feel like I would give Venonat higher if it evolved into Butterfree, but it does not. Although I kind of like it because it's a different type of character. You don't really know what the frick it is. Like, is it a bug? Is it a, like, what is this thing? Yeah, it's a bug. I'm gonna say C. Venomoth, man, I just don't like this evolution. I don't like the light purple gray. I just don't like this as competition for Butterfree. It's a moth. That's all it is. I don't like it. It's a D. Diglett to me is just super iconic. It's just funny. You don't know what's going on under that. There's so many memes of it. It's such a simple character design that I love it like that. I'm gonna give it a B. Doug Trio is just super funny. They were like, all right, there was one. All right, now there's 3 for the evolution. Make the hole bigger and just make 3 of them now. It's kind of funny, but I'm gonna put it in the same thing. I think it's B. I don't know what you could have done to make this evolution cooler. It's just funny. Meowth, I think, is a really cool cat design. Obviously, in the anime, he's really cool. I love the coin that they put on his head. I like his color scheme a lot, which is weird because I really don't like... I feel like the brown colorway for a lot of characters is really hard to accomplish a cool character, but I think Meowth has it. And then we have Persian. Persian is cool, but I feel like with the coin in the middle of Meowth's head, to go from that Pokemon that's standing, I know all of them don't stand, but just from what we've seen in the show, to this, I just think is an L. Oh, Meowth, I have to give A, and Persian, I have to give... I'm going to say C. I just don't like it. It's such a common cat-looking character. Psyduck, so iconic. Fat little duck thing, just being so annoying, so dumb. He was funny. Psydumb. He's got to have an A, man. And I think he only gets an A just because of the anime. That's it. Golduck, I like. However, if you didn't notice, Persian had the same thing on the top of his head. So I find it really weird that they both had the same thing on top. Maybe there's something like lore there that I don't know about or something, but Golduck's a pretty cool like evolution. It's weird that he gets like all dumb and then he's just kind of normal. So I think he's cool, but I don't think he's as cool as Psyduck. So I'm gonna give a B. Mankey is I very much think he's a better type of monkey character. I think he's B. It's mostly B because of the anime and the nostalgia. Primeape is literally just Mankey, but he has a little X because he's more mad, and he just has like these change that now make him look like he has boxing gloves now. It's not a step up to make it a lot cool, much more cooler of a character. I'm still gonna say B. I don't think they're that interesting. Growlithe, I think for a lot of Pokemon, they kind of hit the nail on the head of the hammer, whatever the saying is. He's freaking cute. I think he's not A. I think he's B, but Arcanine is an S. Maybe Growlithe's an A. Maybe. But Arcanine is an S. It's such a sick looking character. Poliwag. It's just a little tadpole looking thing, you know? It's just there. And for that, I give a C. Poliwhirl is just one of those mid evolutions where it's just like, all right, we're kind of getting somewhere, so I'm still gonna give it a C. Poliwrath, really honestly not that much different from the other two. There's not a lot of change. I'm gonna give it a B just because it's the highest evolution and it's just somewhat cooler. Abra is a sick character design. It's just one of those characters that very much matches the way that it looks in terms of its character, the way it represents itself in the anime and what it does in the games, with you wanting to chase it all the time. I always wanted to capture an Abra but never could because it would just run away from me. I love Abra. I'm gonna give it an A. We have Abra and then Kadabra, Alakazam. I think those names put together for that is just so cool in itself. I love the spoon that he has that he gets. He just gets bigger. The tail is cool. He's a very cool design. I'm also gonna give an A. Abracadabra, Alakazam. Giving Alakazam an S. It's such a sick character. I sometimes wish that the colors were different for all of these and they made it a little bit more psychic, but I still love it. I still think it great character. Machop got 6 little boobies going on there. They almost look like not gills. He's a weird one. I think I'm gonna give Machop a B. Machoke on D's nuts. It's not that bad. It's kind of cool because he gets bigger and he has a belt now, so he won something. I don't know what he won. I'm still gonna say a B. Machamp, I love the whole forearms. He's got the belt still. I really wish he just went Machop then Machamp. I think that would be cooler, but I'm gonna give Machamp actually an A. I think he's such a good character design. I keep saying character, I keep wanting to say Pokemon, but I keep messing. I'm gonna say A. 69. I didn't know 69 was Bellsprout. Now I know. Well, 69, yeah, Bellsprout. I'm gonna say it's C. He's just Bellsprout. Weeping Bell, kind of cooler. I'm gonna say B. Yeah. Victory Bell I just didn't like. I also just didn't like Team Rocket. I don't really like the plant look. I'm not a big fan of the color scheme. I think I'll give a B. Tentacool I think is a good character for an octopus looking thing. I'll give it a B. I like the blue and red colorway. Tentacruel just looks really sick. I'm gonna give Tentacruel an A. It's very iconic. It's so different. It's very just its own piece and it holds that hard. Geodude, I think it's weird that a rock is just floating and it's got 2 arms, but it's very different, which makes it, you know, we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna say A. I'll give it an A. Graveler is just like you just crunched up a whole bunch of Geodudes and then you just threw it into a Graveler, gave it a couple more arms. I'm not liking it. I'll give it a C. I like Golem. I'm not a big fan of the face of Golem, but I think the hardness of the rock just getting harder over time is a pretty cool concept. I'll give it a B. Ponyta, so iconic. I think I have to give Ponyta an A. The flames are so sick, and then it gets into Rapidash, which is also just so sick. Like, look at all those flames, man. It's so cool. I wish the face was a little bit different, but I love the idea of it like a flame unicorn. I think is really cool. I'm gonna give it an A. It's almost close to an S. If it had a different face, it would be an S. Slowpoke is just an A. It's just freaking Slowpoke, man. Slowbro is really cool to me. I love how they add the shell at the back of his tail, and then he's just standing up. He goes from just a little annoying guy on his stomach all the time to now he's like standing up, but still as dumb as Psyduck. It's good. I'm gonna give Slowbro an A as well. Magnemite, dude, I love Magnemite. The colors, the randomness of putting these things together, the bolts and the magnets and the type that it is, it looks cool. I'm gonna give Magnemite an A. Magneton, I know I was getting on for Diglett for just going to Doug Trio with 3 of them, and I know this is literally it. They just put 3 of them together, but it's still really cool, man. Magneton's freaking cool. I'm gonna give it an S. Magneton's freaking sick. Farfetch'd, I love Farfetch'd. So freaking cool. I love the stick. I love how he beats people. It's so cool. This is one of those other characters that I feel like a different colorway could have been cooler, but I think it's necessary to have other colorways like this. I love him. I'm giving Farfetch'd an S. He's such an iconic, cool character. Doduo, I do not like. Stupid little bird head idiot F. Dodrio just gave him 3 heads. These kind of make it better because of the anime. I'll give it a C. But it literally has the tail of Pidgeot, bro. Yeah. Feel? It's a freaking seal. I'm gonna give it a C. It's just seal. Dugong. I almost wish there was just no seal and it was just dugong because they really don't look that different. I'll give dugong a B. Just in my opinion, way too simple. Primer. It's just garbage ooze. I'll give him a B. Muck is funny because the anime and his name backwards is spelled. I'll give him an A. Shelder. I like the simplicity of this one. Just a eye-catching character. I'll give Shelder a B. Cloyster looks sick. I freaking love Cloyster. I almost want to say S for Cloyster. I'm gonna give Cloyster an S. I think it's a very special looking character that I love. I love this evolution. I think it's a really, really solid evolution. Ghastly. Oh, I'm gonna love these. Ghastly, so great. I'm giving an A. Ghastly's amazing. Haunter, so good. I think Ghastly's pretty simple, but I think Haunter gets into another status. Haunter's so sick. I'm still giving it an A. I'm giving it an A. Gengar just adds though. I'm giving Gengar an S. He's so iconic. He's so good. Onyx, I have to give S tier. It's a very cool design. Just a snake with a whole bunch of rocks that are just on each other in the anime. I was addicted to this Pokemon so much. I love the evolution after this too. I think overall it's just an S. Great Pokemon design. Drowsy. I'm giving a B. Not much to say. He's freaking drowsy. He's like an elephant standing up boy, man. I don't know. Hypno's cool. I'm gonna give a B. I kind of like the thing he's got going on, but it kind of just, the whole family seems like a knockoff Walmart version of Abracadabra and Alakazam. Krabby, he's literally just a crab. I'm giving him a C. Kingler's cooler. I'll give him a B. I just don't think there's that much difference. I love the little spikes he got on his head, so it looks like he has a crown for a king, so that's cooler. Voltorb is literally just a Pokeball without a nose, so it's just that thing. I'm gonna give it a B because I don't think it's that bad. Electrode is just the reverse of that, but with eyebrows, tinier eyes, and a smile, so same thing. I'll give it a B. Execute, there's characters are funny. I think it's kind of cool too. It's just like you turned eggs into a Pokemon, which is interesting. One of them has literally like, I think like 3 of them have brain damage, but one of them is like dead in the background, and that's always made me laugh. It's just so funny. I'm gonna give it a B. It's almost an A, but it's a B. Exeggutor is a really interesting evolution. I've never really been into it. I'm gonna give it a B. Cubone's sick. I also am pretty sure that the backstory behind Cubone is it's a Charmander that its like mother died, and that's why it has that head on it. That crazy of a theory that makes it cooler in a way, even though it's freaking weird and he's like holding a bone as well. I'm giving Cubone an A. I think it's a sick looking character. Marowak, however you say it. It's just a slicker design, and I think it's below. I think it's a B. Hitmonlee, I love this family. Hitmonlee, Bruce Lee, just kicking away. I'm gonna give it a B. I don't like his character design that much. I like his legs and his arms. The torso has just been always so weird to me, so B. Hitmonchan, Jackie Chan, I freaking love. I think it's so sick. I love the boxing gloves. I'm gonna give Hitmonchan an A. It's up there. It's really cool. Look at tongue. Yeah, that's a thing. It's just crazy looking. I'm gonna give it a B because it terrifies me. If I gave it a C, it would put that tongue in places I don't want it to be. Coughing. I love the poisonous gas thing it's got. It's just a little floating orb that just it farts a lot. It's kind of funny. I'll give it a B. Wheezing, I just always think of the wheezing sound that he has in the anime. He just looks so sad. That was like I double voice crack there. I don't know if you heard that. He's getting a B. Rhyhorn, I didn't really care too much for Rhyhorn. I think he's a cool looking character. He's like he's a tank. I'll give him a B. Rhydon, these nuts. Sick character. I love the horn. I think it's a good evolution. This is a very solid evolution. I'll give it an A. Rhydon's up there. Although it looks a lot like Nidoking, but Fancy. It's sick. You know, just Nurse's Joy's little thing helping me out, getting all cute and just helping me after I've killed all my Pokemon for the 40th time. I'll give it an A. It's freaking Chansey. Tangela. Tangela's cool. It's one of those characters that are really simple that I just like because it's a simple character. I'll give it a B. Almost an A. B. Oh, Kangaskhan, Gagatapa. It's so freaking cute, man. And the little one in there too is just awesome. It's like a kangaroo, also mixed with just something like a freaking monster bear. I'm giving it an A. Oh, freaking Horsey. Horsey's so sick. I'm gonna give Horsey an A. Simple character, Really sick. Looks like a freaking blow dryer, but it's super cute. And it's a freaking seahorse. I just realized it's literally horse C, and C and the horse are backward. That's so sick. Okay, it's A. Deidre is so sick. Another simple character design change, but I think it's very cool. I'm gonna give it an A. Horsey is closer to an S than Caesar is to an S, but they're still really high A's. Goldine, I freaking hated choosing you whenever I got a Pokeball in Super Smash Bros. So for that, you're getting a freaking D. Sea King's better. It's just a freaking fish that has no soul when you look into those eyes. I'm giving it a C. Staryu, freaking iconic. I'm gonna give Staryu an A. Starmie, I like the color change. It's pretty risque, but I like it. And it's just got more spinny things, which is cooler. I'm gonna give it an A. I like the gym in the front. It just makes it look sick. Mr. Mime is just creeping me out. He's just freaking weird. I love the concept of him, that he's a freaking mime. I just don't like the character design. I'm gonna give him a C. I'm sad. Scyther's so freaking sick. Scyther's S. Scyther is so sick. His evolution is also so sick. It's sick. Jinx, I've never been a fan of. It's a weird freaking character. It's weird. I'm going to give it a D. I don't like the character design. Electabuzz, you would almost think like Pikachu evolves into this thing. It just matches with its element so much. I'm going to give it an A. Magmar, so freaking iconic also as well. I'm going to give Magmar an S. It has one of my favorite episodes ever when I was growing up, when Magmar battles Charizard on the volcano. S for me. It's a crazy looking character. Pinsir, I know I said I don't like a lot of bug Pokemon. I think this one is a lot cooler. I'm going to give it an A. It barely passes B, but I'll give it an A. Tauros. I like Tauros. I feel like it's kind of hard to make a bull character be kind of cool. I love the triple tail we got going on. It looks all right. I'll give it a B. Magikarp is the most annoying thing on this planet, but the shiny is so sick as well. Maybe I have to do a tier list of shinies as well for every single gen. And let me know if you guys want to see that, because that actually sounds kind of cool. Just to match it up with the other ones would be pretty interesting as well. I'm going to give it an A. Magikarp's got to get an A. It's just freaking Magikarp. Gyarados is beyond an S. So good. It's an amazing design. The colors are amazing. Evolving from a Magikarp just makes it that much cooler. I remember the first time evolving a Magikarp into Gyarados is the coolest feeling. The red Gyarados for shiny is so sick. It's a great character. Lapras, S, another one. I feel like a lot of water Pokemon are so well designed, and I think this is just another one. It's great. S. Freaking Ditto. I love Ditto. It's the stupidest Pokemon ever, and so many people will say it's an F. It's a freaking S. Look at that little idiot. It can transform into anything. It's Play-Doh. It's Play-Doh, and you can make it into anything. It's S. Eevee. The fact that you could put it can be so many evolutions, all the evolutions. The name looks so clean and sick. 2 E's, a V, and then 2 E's. You reverse it. It's the same exact thing. It looks like a little puppy. It's freaking cute. I just want to put its cheeks in my hands and just crush its head together. It's an S. Vaporeon, S. I think all the evolutions, besides the new ones, are S. It's pretty much only for nostalgia. Jolteon, S. Flareon, S. Porygon is a weird character. It's just made out of literally shapes. I like it. It's bold. Its colors are cool. I'm pretty sure that when this Pokemon was first shown in anime, they had to take it down because a whole bunch of kids were getting like epilepsy seizures, whatever it's called, where lights go crazy. So A. Omanyte, Omni-Man. It's there. It's just a fossil that's now a Pokemon. Yeah, I'll give it a B. I forgot to have an evolution of Omnistar. I just don't think it's that much change. It's obviously more evil looking because it's an evolution. I think it's still a B. Kabuto, I love Pokemon that like are weirdly have a black face and then the eyes are just kind of freaking you out. It's also based off of some type of fossil that I think is actually still around in the bottom of the ocean that are still living. I don't know. A. I'm giving Kabutops also an A. It's just like Scyther, but old and bigger head and just looks crazy. Aerodactyl. I mean, it's literally just a pterodactyl and it's aeroid. So that's cool. I'll give it an A. Snorlax S, the fattest S I could possibly give in this list. It's just a fat S. It's Snorlax. Articuno, all the birds I love so much. I'm giving an S. I feel like for other ones, I'm probably not going to be giving an S, but these are really easy. Zapdos, easy S. I think with the elements that they put into these legendary birds, so good. Moltres, S. Absolutely love. Dratini, so good. Really simple character design, and I know this is the first evolution, but I'm giving it an S. It's clean, looks great. I love this little worm dragon. Dragonair also looks so sick. I'm also giving it I'll give it an S. I don't see why it evolves into a Dragonite other than whatever that other one that it's supposed to be evolving into, but Dragonite's sick. It's S. That whole line I think is an S. It's just such a cool evolution scale. Freaking Mewtwo, easy as heck. It's an F. S. And Mew. It's Mew. It's S. It's easy. The whole idea around the games also of the devs just throwing this in for people just talking about there was another 151 Pokemon and just throwing Mew in there is really sick for a background story. I love it. S, easy. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you disagreed with me, but just know that I am right about all of these. If you guys want to see the next gen, let me know. I only know up to Gen 3 pretty well. Besides that, after that, it's gonna be funny just because I don't know what the freak they are. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you next video whenever it is. A purloin, sirloin steak, a hop, and a Marnie holographic. I really want to do only one box for this episode, but if it sucks, I might have to do another one. Although the last time I said that, all of a sudden we got some crazy luck. And I'm just going to do upside down luck just for whatever reason. It's been...